Oop, forgot starting soon there. But I still had it up on the alternate view, so it didn't ding at me. So it's been a little bit. I did leave, well, hopefully it's an up-to-date to-do list. I apparently found direct needed high-speed connectors. Wanted to look into rubber throughput. I've had compacted coal forever and never got around to trying it. And of course there's turbo fuel after that. And possibly building out some more. Alright, so that's our action button. Okay. Escape down there. Inventory. Okay, so our jump is over here now. I think that's... Okay, run toggle. Okay, so that cycles, and then that cycles there. Da 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 da. Oop. Got that, we got build, we got deconstruct, escape, headlight. That must not be effective here. That's crouch. Never found that one. Search. And then cycler items. And that might not be bound. And that is also there. Okay, cool. So that means I never bound the map key. Junk box. 11 connectors. Okay, so that is super oscillator, yeah. Maybe I had to get to a death there and left some stuff. Now you see, if I'm up here, I almost want to get the nuclear here and poke around a little bit too. But I might want to make radioactivity a thing in and of itself. Let's go up on a hill. Oh, that's just so far out there too. Well, we can probably... Yeah, I think we may have been getting up somewhere like that. Gonna take the tube out to there. Maybe do a car. Alright, have I already got those? No. Am I... I'm not in great shape to go exploring either. Now, if that was the last thing I was doing, it might actually involve... Shh. Well, I mean, I'm pretty late game, so... I guess so. Did I dump some stuff, or do I have to, like, restock before... Okay, I got some of that, I got some of that. It could probably be okay. Do I actually have the stuff to build a car? Yes. Custom build a chat alert for Twitch. Now that is, I've done some custom things. The alarm here is Chatty, which is a Java program. I actually did early on when I was also restreaming to YouTube. I made a kind of a version of that alarm, but I haven't looked at it in a long time. Yep. That is specifically why I run Chatty, because sometimes it can go a long time without anybody talking. So it's easy to lose track of the chat. Alright. Yep, wrong one. I mean, I could probably get somewhere following that path, but... let's see, and this one, I believe, well, it goes out to the plate site, and not to the oil site. Ooh. 110 megawatts. Do I have... Do I have any biomass? Or, biofuel? No. That's gonna take a little bit of power. I'll be like 4 or 5 power stations. Okay, so you were an input of something. Okay, you were the mycelia, probably. That's the biomass, which has some uses. Okay, yeah, I did have none. And I only need to run a few seconds runtime, so that should be fine. I kind of want to take care of this first, just in case it's a useful recipe. I don't know that I've had a super useful one in a long time. I guess the same could be said for investigating the nuclear area, but I figure we'll have a radioactivity focus at some point. Oh yeah, we got a little pit stop here. tubes are convenient, but they're not the most exciting form of transit. It's pretty much non-interactive. No, it's like you can't really get inside except when you hit certain angles like that. They were locked above the character. All right, I think this is shallow enough to drive through. What is it? I want some other stuff later. That really works for both. Maybe I should have actually had a little more fuel. I don't think the jetpack actually goes through it too terribly fast. Sure, one of the main reasons to drive. So much like Astroneer, things don't tend to bother you in cars. This is almost feeling a little path here. So how do we get up to that ramp? Oh, this is the cave. Forgot about that path. Let's see, is this it? It goes somewhere. Hanging out in the tree there. Oh. Guarding a slug, perhaps. Okay, so this is not like a... Well, it is a double back here or something, but... So either we kind of go up that cliff... This is going to be kind of a deep basin, isn't it? Actually, the jetpack could probably navigate that. This camera controls it backwards. Maybe. can't do inventory here. Alright, we do have jetpack on. So this is obviously a little ledge here. Does it go anywhere? Maybe. I don't know if this really does anything important, though. Yeah, it doesn't actually get me up. Maybe there was a... No, I don't really see it there. Maybe I can get up there. Barely. Okay. I forget what kind of welcoming party we have up there. And probably down here, too. I might be able to drive the car through some of this. But it's also pretty forested territory. Oh. Okay, so that's the hill there. So you're not going to drive through very much of that, probably. Got a bunch of rough terrain. Oh, well, we'll just go through bamboo. Okay, cool. Oh, that's right. I had the towers up here because there was one of the really big nasty guys. And they're like, you killed me or nearly killed me. And he's probably back by now. Well, maybe not. Maybe building some stuff. And I know there's supposedly, like, if you build stuff, then it's supposed to discourage resettlement. Maybe the towers helped. Yep. Okay. What's it, 112? 112. Actually, I guess 4 would be enough. Oh, I didn't check other things. I could have come up short there. Let's see, 4. I'm gonna take more than one of these, or a fancy pole. They're all going to try to turn on. Okay, not all of them. Just that first one. I guess I may not need the towers, but it's not a big deal either. In case I end up here again. Alright, and random stuff. I don't plan to be out too long this time. Alright, let's get that started. I think 50 is about a stack. So we're fine on nuts. Other way around, we like kind of through this stuff. Over there and down through here. Alright, so bearings. Oh, yeah, because we went around this thing. So I kind of need to go a little bit sharper, go over to the cliff and cut down. I actually ran across anything last time I was here. Of course, because I was in the car, they'd be less likely to bother me. Oh, and there might be a welcoming party up here before I can make a car to go back down. I still gotta put fuel in it though. Put car in the car. Oh, actually, the path through the cave actually goes through some gas, doesn't it? So that wouldn't be the greatest path, really. I think it does, anyway. I know it's going to go through spiders. They shouldn't bother me in the car. Well, okay, maybe bugs. Oh. Okay, it doesn't go through gas. I'm not sure. I have to figure out exactly how I navigate from here, but I know it connects up with stuff I know. See, this is the court zone. So we're gonna have to navigate around the rail track. Oh, wonderful. Thank goodness for no collision. Oh, well, okay, so there was collision. I guess there's only no collision with me. Okay, we've got a couple of problems here. Now, actually, the other note I had was rubber throughput. Which... that's mostly at the other plant. I don't know if there's anything I can do there. Let me go have a look at compacted coal first. So that one car always seems to be empty. I wonder if that's a problem, or if he's not using it on that branch of the track. Alright, I know we picked up a few things here. First time I sorted it, so I don't have the new stuff at the end. High-speed connectors. Picked up some reinforced plates. That's an odd stack. We picked up... did heavy frames go somewhere else? There's some other heavy frames. Let's see. So one of the places we might be able to use compacted coal is over there. It's going to be a little bit inconvenient routing. never did check. Yeah, we got plenty of explosives. Alright, so all of this stuff is done. I was never quite sure if I might want to turn it back on sometime. I guess if I reran the belt, I would have all the things here to use that to move compacted coal down. Because we kind of took over the steel processing stuff down there. So, we take coal for you. We take coal for you. And then we take coal for steel. And then... oh, well, that is another belt that's going over to steel. That's where the iron was. It's going the wrong way, so I'm not sure how useful it is. Whoop. We do have conveyor poles here, though. Do I actually want this stuff here? Well, at some point my explosive manufacturing is going to shut down. You're good. I've actually emptied it. Okay. So this actually needs to move, or I need to put some steel up here. Well, I'm already shipping black powder down, right? Yes. Is there steel down there? I don't remember in what form, but I think I was doing the beams with steel pipes. And maybe actually that's also going into there. Here, those are like practically some of the same things. Yeah, is it parts for equipment? Rifle cartridge. Yeah, two of the same things. So I could actually... I might be better off just doing it there. So these were forges. So at that point we're going to end up with some coal. And a little bit of stuff here, which I guess I could put that into the next one. Uh, coal, I might want to just, like, drop up here. I'm already dropping stuff. Oh, also there was some leftover steel that couldn't be quite made into something. Yeah, I had too much adventuring stuff. I mean, some of this I could potentially use out here. Like, maybe we could find some place to put the steel. We're just gonna... black powder, we should eventually be able to find a place for. Other stuff is just... Yeah. No, I probably had some steel beams on me. Or a few extra steel pipes. There's probably tons of coal. Oh, and a little bit of iron. Alright, the iron we might not want to bother with. Now I guess coal belts, it's like I'm going to be doing something with coal, I just don't know what yet. Alright, so we've got pipes, we've got gunpowder, we've got a bunch of trees. And I left the gunpowder up there. Alright, we can take stuff, not the coal. Stuff we can immediately use. I don't know, if I took that down, I would have had at least that many pipes in it. That must have been from that. I probably picked up the output stack again. Well, no, I must have taken that previously. Merger, splitter. $15.30 is fine. Do I have a line for this? More or less. Well, it actually does take up the last slot on it. Alright, that gets that stuff out of there. That's moving surprisingly little, actually. I guess it takes a little while to work on each one. No. Oh, well, it actually has rain down from there. Alright, so the other thing we can do with those, that can be an assembler, right? Compacted coal. Alright, so we're currently running coal to our plants, so we're going to want to take over that little bit of bell. So this was going over to coal sulfur. Since we need to go down the other way at the moment, well, means I have to bring sulfur all the way over. It's like something's going to make that run. It could be compacted coal. It could be coal. This is going to kind of go out at an inconvenient spot. This is going to be too close, isn't it? Yeah, just a little bit. Also, I had some leftover coal here. Oh. And given that the coal plants are using this at a high rate of speed, the fact that that's not full is almost a little bit worrisome. We might actually have to, well, I don't know. Well, we can look at, I don't know what the usage rates are going to be because I don't know how good it is yet. It manufactures at 25 per minute. That's 120. I'd have to look at what I don't remember what the coal plants do. In terms of consumption, I need to know how fast they consume. We're probably going to need a good number of these. So maybe I actually have to kind of bring that down and set up some sort of line over here. So we don't want to use the entire 120 for power. We would like to use a whole bunch of it for steel. I don't know what the ratios are. If we call it half and half, we'd only need like 2 of them. Maybe if we capacity at 3. Oh, well, we had a 2-way split here. Probably have to take that down. Let's see. Sulfur's going to come from over there. We're going to come from and go that way on that side. It's going to be too jammed up, isn't it? Of course, yeah, there's clearance, so we're running into this stuff. So we've got a radar tower there. That's a little bit too big. And I could possibly want to move that as well. Actually, I don't know if this actually provides any ongoing benefit to me, other than a landmark. Hopefully that's something that gets built out a little bit more later on. Well, you're already a machine, aren't you? That might make the outputs a little tight if we just lined it up. Okay, so we've got coal there. We could like split that and drop it. Actually, I don't remember how much. Yeah, we're saying, oh yeah, 25, 25, 25. How much sulfur do we have? Only 60 per minute if we could actually use it. So really 3 would be fully utilizing this. Well, we might actually have a point where we have to upgrade that mine. There's not a whole lot of sulfurs around. Might want to go high. So each one of these does not need to be terribly fast. That seems like it's attaching to the wrong end. And that has to attach to something. Well, it is 3, so that could conceivably make a nice split. What? Oh. Wait. 2? 2 has to be inputs, right? Wait. Yes, because we pulled it from over there, doesn't mean it's facing the right way. And we might have a short-term problem with the amount of coal we could sink here. Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot going on here right now. We've probably backed everything up. Some of these builds will have to be upgraded if this gets going properly. In the meantime, I guess that actually limits how much we can sink. Okay, so actually stacking on this might not actually be a great way to get to those. Maybe if I turn this one. Let's see, so we have to split from you somewhere. Oh wait, no, that isn't. I was afraid of that. We can't do that. Guess we still have to go that way. So you have to come around. And the power pole's in the way. Probably should have checked on all this stuff first. Alright, so we got one off of you. We've got the last one off of you. And runabout. Ooh, I did not look at how tight that was. Well, that one doesn't need to do anything. That's a storage. You can't just move that. I can always go up, I guess. Yeah, I might have to. Oh, that's not even straight. Too steep. How did we guess? Uh-oh. Okay, so just gonna get out of there. Alright, so we did not, in fact, use any of this. These are probably already filled up. Not completely. Yeah, and that's thinning out our other belt a lot. Oop. This is an isolated belt. So it matters which way you do it. Compacted coal. Regular coal. He's a little bit shinier. Alright, so here's the tricky bit. We need coal to keep on going. Down to there. We need... I guess maybe we... kind of do... the same kind of thing. Uh-oh, what doesn't like? Conveyor belt is too steep. Why is it doing a downturn like that? Weird. These should be like exactly the same. Oh, you were put into what was a split here. So they weren't built in quite the same way. We do need to have a split here. That means if I did this one, I'd have the same angle issues. This could be, okay, that could be awkward. Aha, and then you become awkward. Okay. Then we'll keep running for a little bit. Alright, so these actually aren't running very much from the looks of things. This isn't even moving. Alright, so this will just replace. The one place we might run into trouble is on a case-by-case basis if one of these... if it can't go one particular way. Too steep, huh? I don't know why the steepness is a issue, because I can go down here. I guess this was another one that really got put in as a cut. Alright, so these actually aren't going to do anything until they use up the coal they've got. I don't know that this place is doing a whole lot of work right now. I can see a little bit move. Alright, so both of these have to go down here. And then essentially the coal goes that way for steel, and the compacted coal goes this way for power plants. I might actually have to forcibly change one just so I can see what the burn rates look like. And this is another interstitial. So the angles are off. I guess I don't technically need splitters at this point, you know, unless I wanted to switch back at some point. Just have all the stuff there. I feel like I'm gonna have to redo all of this stuff. These just do not work well when you... possibly more concerned with being lined up. I can't really line up with that one. Yeah, lined up with something. Did work. What? Whose clearance is it encroaching? Was it, maybe it was mine? Is it the tree? Oh, pff. Oh, yours backwards. Wait. No, we wouldn't be able to put those up unless they were right. We couldn't stack two things going the same way. That'd be silly. Alright, I'm going to have picked up a bunch of coal. I picked up... coal. I picked up no compacted coal. So it is feeding, and probably nothing will have gotten there yet. Alright, so we'll leave you for that. You haven't even gone down. So yeah, this is the first one that could kind of run out. These are probably all still full on coal. Okay, so that actually, we have stopped on this time. And of course I'm going to get more when I swap some here. Oh, well, we're outputting nicely, I guess. At least that one is. Oopsie. Alright, burn time 4 seconds. 8.4 seconds. Well, it's twice as much material. And you get a little 0.4 bonus. So to a certain extent, that's letting you burn sulfur instead of coal, so you have more coal for other stuff. And if you only had coal, then you could run like twice as many power plants off of it by using the sulfur. Okay. Of course, we're also burning power on actually making the coal, so that probably makes up for about that. Probably not even going to go dump this. And hopefully that will leave us, well, for the same amount of power as we've got now. You still got full coal. He's probably got full coal. Yeah, we're hardly using any power on this network here. Which is an isolated network. The other one might be more interesting. I don't know that that would... Well, it's... Oh, well. Actually, we're going to be sulfur limited here, aren't we? I think I just saw a space. Okay, so we're still doing stuff into there, but we're catching up on Nobelisks that will eventually catch up. We should be using the compacted coal slower than we used coal, so I don't know if I need to speed it up. I certainly don't need 3 machines at this rate. If we're taking more than half of the coal out, that would be less that we had for steel. Of course, the steel is going pretty slow right now, too. So that used to be feeding the plants and the other stuff. Now that's kind of feeding plants. So that would make a relatively clean split. Technically, to feed those, we need a higher tier belt. Alright, so that's one thing. And perhaps a good time to go refill my water. We've also got the sulfur here. That's Caterium. Which could be put into this. I don't remember how much sulfur this is. Then I think it might also be used in the nuclear stuff, and it might get used in turbo fuel stuff. Maybe I should go check on the rubber over here. We can go up and see how much this is too. Alright. I'll be back in a minute. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay. Well, that one doesn't work.
I'll be back hopefully sometime soon. I don't quite have a schedule quite figured out yet. Gotta see if I can get my half marathon run in sometime tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. Like I said, thanks again, and I will see you all hopefully soon. Roadwax out.
Okay. Ik heb er te lang over gedaan. Kut. Ik heb er te lang over gedaan. Ik kan hem niet meer terugkrijgen. Maar het is Alt-X.
Maybe we're not going to bed right away. Good job, Pan. Good job. Oh, geez. It's still exploding. I'm sorry, but you're past rest. That means your health is still regenerating. That was a heck of a trap. I did not know that. Like, I have never actually come in here. That was crazy. I just turn around and there's nothing but like grenade markers across my screen. I'm like, oh shoot. That was not good. You blew up like half the parking lot.
Alright. Oh, also, well, we're gonna pass through base. We need to check on our hard drive. Random box. We do have some more space now. I don't really have anything particularly to do with coal or with steel. I don't got a collection of those. Yeah, this is one of those things that's just too small to mess with. As precious as steel is, Okay. Shiny coal. Oh wait, I had that. I was up there. I had tubes from up there. Heat exchanger. Biomass. I do have a surprisingly large amount of biomass, but not like things you could really set up a machine for. And it's just coal. Rubber concrete. It's like if you had a place with a bunch of rubber and you really need to get concrete. I don't really need that much concrete though. Base recipe is... Oh! I don't think I have extra copper anywhere over there. Oh, and that's a lot more all-clad. It is 7 of them though. So that's 4 all-clad per. And that's... slightly more than 3 per? It's a lot of copper sheeting, though. But you use copper sheeting when you make all-clad. When you use copper something. Copper ingots. Well, I have no alternate recipes for this right now, and rubber is kind of a bottleneck. Where was I building the heat sinks? Actually, I brought... Okay, all-clad receiving, oil products, oscillator receiving, and then use electronics receiving. So I think we were bringing rubber in there, all-clad in there, oscillators, and then I don't know. We picked up some Caterium, and we used to replace some of the coppery stuff. I don't know if we're gonna have and it'd have to be holding a train station to bring it in. Okay, so turbo motors. We've got turbo motors. We seem to be limited in... Is that rubber? Yeah, that takes straight up rubber. So we are in fact rubber limited. Okay, so you guys are still working on whatever rubber you managed to grab. So oil products... Yeah, rubber was in like everything. Oh, Right, I had the Caterium mine that I wasn't using anymore. So I just brought it over here in case I could use it for something. Okay, we're doing crystal computers. Maybe it was for that, and I said, oh yeah, I could use oscillators, huh? Rubber and heat sinks, which are limited by rubber. Yeah, so unfortunately, Caterium doesn't help me here. And I think this might get used for other things on the train? Oh, new delivery. Yeah, so this is the rubber throughput thing I was thinking about. So I'd have to find out other parts of that train to see what else was on it. Oh, and this is the one where we were frequently seeing empty cars. Wait, are you not producing any more oscillators? You're not producing oscillators at all. It's like, I know it's not fast. So I think we might actually go to Quartz first. Just jump out of a moving train, everything's fine. So we got quartz crystal. That's the loading. Oh no, something happened to power. Where did something happen to power? Oh dear. You seem to be well, that doesn't mean you're where the input comes. Oh, I moved these stations around, didn't I? Okay, so the station doesn't have power either. The train seems to have power. Right, did that work? Excuse me? So I had to move the station back. And that was, I forgot that was providing power to everything over here. It's not on oscillators yet. You probably have crystals to drop off. I don't know if we're going to actually produce any oscillators in time for that round. They're pretty slow anyway. Well, that was a whole lot of lost production. Alright, let's see. We wanted to stop over there and see what that thing was. And we're running like, what, 460s boosted a little bit? Yeah, 90. Oh, I'm assembling those heat sinks over my primary base where I have all... I've got one copper deposit that I'm not really using, and another one that I could get to, kind of just in belting range. Oop. Hi there. I'd leave a bridge. Anybody up here? Okay. Normal, so that's going to be a 60. I mean, we could use better mines. But we've got like 460s down here, so it's something. Well, boosted 460s, I guess you could do the crazy fancy miners. Alright, and then what in fact... was turbo fuel? Okay, so that's package unpackaged. There was an alternate I saw somewhere. I think it was not too much different. Your alternate I did not take. So 6 fuel, 4 of that. It presumably has at least the energy of those two things. Now, actually, since that's 10 units, makes 5 units, I'm going to guess that that's sort of a double plus a bonus type of thing again. You'd probably be better off shipping the solids. So maybe if I built out some more regular fuel plant, I could take enough load off of coal. Well, given the amount of sulfur, I'm not necessarily going to need to shut down all the coal. And for as much power as that one area is drawing, I probably could just hook it up. And I'd probably want to run a train out there to pick up the sulfur anyway. And there's more copper up here, too. I think. It's a small copper. Well, this is iron. Maybe there's not copper here. Oh, yeah, this radiated pod. Also, I'm not actually sure if I'm using all this copper down here, so that, well, that would be heat sinks. Get shipped instead of all clad gets shipped. Yes, there's that copper. There's a little bit back here. So that would help the rubber throughput in as much as we'd need less rubber. Or we'd have more of it for other things. You know, this is very impressive. How much? Seven for every two. 30 sheets. I'm not sure what the rate on sheets is. Yeah, I don't know if I remember doing water. We could get a lot of them if you wanted to. So it is 3 to 3. Oh no, that's 3 to 3. That's 2 to 1. So if it's a 60, we're only going to get 30. Still, how many heat sink things are we doing? Alright, I did want to... Is that... That's limestone, right? If it's another sulfur, then that could change things a little bit. Where is it? Nope, limestone. It's a pure limestone. You need a lot of limestone for something. Alright. So none of my tubes are particularly close here. I'm almost better off just going over this cliff. So I can pick it up down here. How hard are you guys running? This power network's actually kind of high. Alright, I might not be using all of these things. Okay, so that is the Coke, I think. And it's overflow. This might be left over from all the heat sinks and stuff. Did I switch to producing radio control units there? Because I think you should be running out of something now, right? Probably heat sinks. A little bit of rubber left there. Yeah, just stuff we never completely tore down. Alright, so nothing's moving there. There are spaces on this belt, so the belt speed is not going to be an issue. No longer taking from there. And that's pretty much going off to get shipped. Am I producing rubber over here? Well, I might be producing it all into circuit boards, which we are shipping off and using right now. And we've even emptied our backup containers here. Well, one of them. Yep. Okay, so we are fully utilizing all of our circuit board rubber. Ooh, oh, well, I think I put the extras on here just to make sure we were using all the fuel. Weird that that has backup and those two are not running. Maybe I had to shut off. Oh, yeah, just in standby. Okay. Oh, could that mean that's limiting our production? So you're gonna come from that. You're fully backed up on residue. Residue pipes are full. Residue pipes are full. So that could be limiting our production. Oh, did I run out of materials for belts here? Well, you know, there's gaps, so that one's fine. Conveyor belt Mark 1. So theoretically 20. So 20 is 60, so that should be fine. We had an overflow in there just in case. Because we need to have the fuel. We should have another 60 there. I think that's a little bit less than a 60 there. Okay, so you are able to empty. I don't know if it has to empty. It can probably store more than one batch. Okay, so this end is able to empty. No, this end is able to empty. So it actually seems... So the pipes are full. But none of the machines seem backed up. you seem to be producing pretty much at full speed. I guess it's in a reasonably well-balanced system. And all the extra coke. Wait, so if you're going first... Okay, so you're... fuel. You're fuel. Oh, okay, so we had several of these hooked up to both. Oh, actually, you got switched over. maybe this is when I was running the extra fuel generators. Okay, so we're mostly just shredding coke. So burning fuel is not going to be a major contributor here. .120 parts per minute, theoretically. Alright, so I think that's already... Yeah, Mark II, Mark II, Mark II. Very fast belt. So unfortunately, I don't see any easy things to fix here. What I could potentially do is that was a large oil. We've got 2 smaller oils over here, so we could boost them. We could actually technically boost that one too and expand it a little bit. We would have to. Yeah, it might be a full rebuild on everything, which I'm not really that stuck on things right now. But yeah, we need more of everything across the board. Possibly not more circuit boards, just more rubber. Oops. We've got the inventory in our map again. Well, I was thinking about doing more fuel over here. Well, no, over here. There's some oil I haven't tapped there yet. And actually, there's some... I'm hideously underutilizing this stuff over here. So I could simply get more rubber there. I think we're going to use more power at some point. What if, instead of shipping stuff all the way over here to do fuel, we ship some of it over here to do turbo fuel? I have to find a place to run the rail line, but maybe I could also throw some rubber on the train to feed the weapons plant here. There's so much sand down here. They must think it's going to connect with something. So I've got a tube through here. I guess it could be a train. We've already got Trains coming through this way. Nothing going up here yet. Yeah, we'll run into a cliff on this side, wouldn't we? That's, oh, that has coal, but it doesn't have sulfur. Actually, this... I made some steel there. That might be underutilized coal, though. In which case, you'd actually want to ship the sulfur. Use the coal on that end for its steel and stuff. What does that look like? Alright, so we are at this oil plant. Overshoot. If I want to do stuff here, then maybe this would be a better one. That would go through to there. Still not super convenient. It's a big world. Oh yeah, and here's, it's like, this is like my starter copper. It's like I use it for some personal supply stuff. But otherwise, that would be kind of totally available. Maybe that's more of a thing I could work on, because that's like... that stuff is building, and right now it's kind of building slowly. So I don't have very much in copper sheeting right now. So your wire, your sheeting. I could easily... let's see, what do we got? Is this... what do we got? Well, actually, these are 30, right? Yeah, so these are 30, so that's a 60, so this is a 30, this is 2 to 1. This doesn't go anywhere right now, so to take it over there, it would be belting this and then, like, getting that, and, you know, probably, like, all of these but one. This might have been actually too far out. So where were we doing heat sinks? Were you heat sinks? Yes. So you got rubber. That rubber came through there. But if we were to replace that recipe, we could probably, like, fork off of this and jump over that way. I mean, we kept stuff relatively flat. But there's not going to be room for both of these here. So it is going to cross some tracks, isn't it? So right now we've got that facing off the edge of the cliff. We already bring these parts down? Wait, you're coming in here completely empty? Wait, why is Allclad shut down? I mean, there's not very much, and there's none. Oh, did I move the train station? Is that this thing again? Oops. So all of the cars are empty. We're not using that station anymore. Well, okay, so this one would, the other products would get dropped off at intermediate stations. I can sort of get that. Coke receiving. Why don't you have any Coke to receive? That would certainly shut down the Allclad. Did I move a train station again? We've got power. Oh, are we backed up on plastic? We're backed up on rubber. Well, we could probably find a use for that, huh? Well, this ew, is this an imbalance issue? Because we needed coke to use the rubber. Did I ship so much coke to the other place that we ran out? Okay, so we got the plastic. The plastic is going to circuit boards. Circuit boards are going up. Maybe I'm just done with electronics. Yeah, we got a full crate of supercomputers, don't we? What else was up here? That was just parts, computers, AI limiters, which go into supercomputers. So, do we end up using high-speed connectors? In supercomputers. Well, you know what that means. They probably won't leave us enough space to work here. Maybe. I know we probably want a fancy one for this, don't we? I don't know that would really end up mattering. And really, this the oil production here could be better redirected to something else. This is certainly the quick fix. Oh, the alignment on this might be kind of tricky. I don't expect these to be produced very fast. Overall. So center output, any left overflow. So we'll get a big burst here as that thing dequeues. Oh, that's like a... That's like 100,000 points right there. And then the price of coupons will keep going up, and it won't really matter in the long run, but like I said, we'll get a big burst out of that. So you're going to produce very, very slowly. And then everything else is going to be backed up, so it's going to be hard to read. I'm going to basically have to wait for things to equalize to see if anything else needs to be overflowed as well. Just going to use a bunch more power. Yeah, might be a thing to work on. Okay. This buffer has emptied. That brief little burst there. Alright, we'll have to check back on that in a little bit to see how that fared in terms of our coke production and whatnot. Because, I mean, that should kind of start things going, but I don't know if this by itself is doing enough to kind of get things going at full speed. Forgot about this earlier. Okay, none of this stuff will run until we get coke. This is linked into power grid now, right? Yeah. Okay, so rubber is flowing. There is a little bit of residue. There is a little bit of coke, which I think we might have kind of priority down to go to these power plants first. So we were actually losing a little bit of power there, but it would kind of match up with machines that weren't running, so. Oh yeah, so here's our shaky restart here. Until we get things flowing properly. That might mean I had all my overflow. I was using overflow for the coke I was shipping. Which means we're not going to have anything shippable for a little while. Okay. Well, that probably explains the entire aluminum process. And I kind of wanted to come out this way anyway. I know this is beach. I mean, beach kind of works, although I think there's still some guys down here. Oh. Yep, forgot about you. Don't know what you were guarding. Oh, I know what you're guarding. Actually, you were sort of amenable to... Well, maybe not here. Okay. There's his Mercer sphere in that thing. Oh, didn't reload last time. Oh, a little bit of pop in there. Maybe too close to that one. It's like, where are you going? Yep. Oh, oil spot. Completely overlooked it first. Another little oil spot. Oh, that means there's actually 4 over here. Okay. And then I think I'm only using one of these. Yeah. It's like this whole thing could be completely rebuilt. I was using this for like my well, I was using coke for the power plant. Coke for the power plant. Coal. Oh, this is my mask production. Which actually, I might have to check if that is involved. How's that involved in the radiation suit thing? Oh yeah, the copper source over here too. Yes, at that little shipping spot. We've got the coal here, which, that's right. I wanted to check. Right, we've got the coal plants over there. So, that's using some of it. That's just this one. Splitting. We've got a little bit of coal used for truck fuel. That's probably going into, like, steel? So that's merging 2. Weren't there 4 here? Okay, and then you are also going into... Okay, so 2 for that coal, 2 for the steel. Which the steel is pretty much at a standstill here. So all of that would be available. Well, that really says ship the sulfur, even though it's nicer to ship products. Strip the rubber back so that we can use it for ammo and stuff. But we're thinking of rebuilding all of this stuff. To be more of a fuel plant. And all the oil spots down here that I didn't see at first kept making me wonder if there were more at the island, but I never found them. You're just doing overflow. Okay, we got all the stuff we need here. Okay, it is indeed a filter with more rubber. Now, is this something I could manage back in base now? Coal's a little awkward. I brought the rubber in. I've got the one fabric plant. We've got the Caterium over there. I just have to like do a truckload of coal every now and then. Or, you know, some load of Caterium. Alright, so we're using 1 out of 4 impure spots here. If we turn that all into fuel, well, we wouldn't be able to, we wouldn't have the sulfur and stuff for do all of it. Oh, I don't have the missing parts. That might have just been pipes. Oh, I guess I gotta, for what I want to do, I could put it down anywhere. What it would be your actual rates on that? Turbo fuel. 22 per minute, 15 per minute. Well, I'm not going to get an entire sulfur deposit. Because I'm still using it for ammo and Nobilisc, so that will have bursts of that stuff. So probably if I shipped sulfur, I would actually want to switch those power plants back to plain coal. I probably actually got the coal there now. Just if I end up firing up that steelworks again. There might not be enough. See, and I was doing... Well... Yeah, actually that would have been enough to sink the entire 60 sulfur. Oh, you know what? I could just put a mine or two on there and have enough sulfur for both of them, kinda. Or more. So if we like double that, take an entire 60, that would be four refineries. Just to make the turbo fuel. We still don't know how good that burns. We assume it's going to be at least twice as good as regular fuel. Produces an odd rate. And since if it's individually better, I might need fewer power plants to burn it. I also don't remember. Oh, you know what? I'm still, yeah. I'm gonna have residue. The residue can make rubber. I forget. I actually forget what did I do with the residue from the other fuel plant. I was probably making plastic for containers and shredding the excess. Alright, so actually that will... that could be a quick hack to get some more rubber. And of course there's the whole copper thing. Where did I go in the copper? At some point I was looking at my routing. I got off on this stuff. Oh, what are you doing out of your cave? Geez, out of water again. You're still empty. Well, that's right. We had to go fix that thing. That's right. Mercer Sphere. I guess Mycelia could go over there too, huh? Is one of those? Yeah. It's like wooden leaves. I think one of these may have been Mycelia. So a bunch of fabric. So before we said, why the heck don't we have all clad? Which I'm gonna have to check back on how that whole process is running. And it's had some time to equalize. So right now the container is facing off this way. Now I don't have good spacing here to rearrange all this stuff. That would have room for a splitter or a merger. See, this is still on top of the hill. So what was I looking at? I was looking at this stuff already having to go over the tracks. Right, and we have to go around that. So it might be a separate overpass. Because we want to kind of get over there. So actually, we probably want to jump the tracks and then follow it over there, which would kind of work from where we're at. And I might have to see about setting up someplace else as my copper sheeting reserve. see, is that gonna be the same height as you? No. Oh, we actually have rubber coming through at the moment. Shall we? So this splits off. Send stuff over there. We want to do something. Where we see, so that comes around that way. Really? You'd almost want to bring it straight over here, but whatever. Alright, so then everything, well, yeah, these are going to have to get reversed too. Alright, are you still working? You're pretty much done right now. You're pretty much done right now. I should be able to pick up the all-clad and reinsert it. Although, it has a feed, so it's going to pick some up from there. Wait, is this a merger? No, this is technically a splitter. I guess I don't technically need to split on both of these. Okay, it is coming. I might need to upgrade this belt. We'll see what we can muster over here. Well, it'll obviously go quite fast while we've got the backlog, but how long will that last? Uh-oh. Is this... it's standard part, not electronics. Alright, so what are you gonna be? You're gonna be... what I think we need to do here, gonna be like another merger of some sort. Might be too close. Let's see, can I redirect you without having to kind of redo everything here? And I just picked up a ton of wire, which I'm gonna have no place to put. So yeah, our cumulative production rate is 20, 20, 20. So one regular belt is fine. That's all we can do. A little bit of a sharp corner there. Alright, so we have recently moved heat sinks. And he's producing bigger batches. Oh, shit, this is a rather large batch for an assembly. Look at how slow those animations are going. Oh, shoot, I picked up ingots. I did not even think about that. Picked up some of those somewhere. Ooh, limestone. Alright, that will allow us to direct more of the rubber to other things. I could have put the Alclad back in the box. Oh. Are you guys using it that fast? We used to be feeding the heat sinks 40 per minute, so that one by itself is fine. 45 per minute, so... I mean, not that we're actually going to have the upstream supply, but this is... Okay, to the splitter. Oh. I actually had Mark III on there? Right, because I was trying to feed both of those and the heat sinks. So the Mark III is actually now overkill. And no, we do have no buffer here. Well, we've got some buffer here. Oh, so you're actually held up on heat sinks. stuff. How's it going? Yo, Vascar. What are you playing these days? I'm kind of tired today. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I was staying up too late the other week. Still trying to catch up. And it looks like... Okay, I'm gonna have to check on the aluminum train again. Or the aluminum production. Because well, that's going off overflow, so it might be a while till that's actually producing again. Yeah. Remnant's not one I've heard of. What's that about? Pew pew. Okay. Ah. Well, that will be helpful. Right. Okay. Interesting mix. So really hard squad combat? I don't know either of them that well. Alright, you are still not getting anything. Okay, looks like we are not yet overflowing. Are we even building up we're not building up a surplus. Okay, do we need to be shredding more stuff? So you're running, you're not really running. Okay, we got plenty of that. We're getting some stuff. Okay, so we're not able to sync. Yeah, I got a feedback problem with the coke, and that we need coke to sync rubber to make residue to make coke. I guess I could just do a straight up overflow. I mean, I don't necessarily expect to have that overflow most of the time. I do have a sink over there, but I don't want to belt to it. This probably doesn't need to be fast to take some load off. New armors. Ah. Trying to make sense of that. Alright, so that will take care of strict overflow from there. Plastic is moving. Plastic has spaces, so that's not going to be backed up. What are you wowing about? Armor or something in the factory here. Alright, okay, so that is... Oh, yeah. Alright, so we have in fact reached plastic limit. Ah. Secrets. I don't think the AL emitters involve any of the rubber stuff. Plastic is running. We're shredding computers. That's all iron. Where does... I guess the rubber... We don't send rubber up here. We send circuit boards up here. We were shipping those at one point, and then it got tight. Actually, I guess I could resume shipping circuit boards and computers, since that was backed up. And then turn those into project parts and shred them. So all kind of the same thing there. You've got a full supply. Alright, so in order to sync circuit boards, I would need to sync computers and high-speed connectors. Ah. Neat. Alright, really just... If I went back to the computers and circuit boards, but the way that work now, I'd actually have trains running into each other. And technically, they just don't collide. I still hate to do it. Well, syncing computers will sync circuit boards, or I could just sync circuit boards because really that's my bottleneck. Is this already overflowed? That is a programmable splitter. I positioned this thing in an inconvenient spot, didn't I? Yeah. No. I could reposition that. Or just make another one. It's kind of power expensive, but we've mostly got lots of power. Well, not for any really big projects. Ooh. Concrete. Let's see. $336. Let's see. No, that's what I'm using for the steel. I guess still, I am producing concrete, so there would be down there. Yeah, well, it looks really cool, but it's not a... It's an entirely passive form of transit. There's not like any navigation or anything. So if you've got a long pipe, you're just kind of sitting there watching it. Alright, so that's the limestone, that's the concrete, it's all backed up, so it won't matter if we nab some. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this one. I should probably try to do it before the buffer box. So that we can at least back up into that. Assume, provided I put a merger there. Well, I guess I can't do that then. So you guys are merging, you guys are merging. So this plant is already 3, and then we brought in plastic stuff from over there. Alright, what do we got for power around here? Alright, so that stuff should get moving. That will have to take a... Oh, well, we do have some more residue in here now. That may take a little bit to start having the knock-on effects here. Okay, we're running that machine, running that machine. Okay, so we're running 3 of them right now. I think we were running like 4 before. I don't remember if these were running at more than 60, but we have other consumers too. Yeah, that's a Mark III. It is definitely not moving at full speed. Okay, so plastic production. Yeah, your output might be a little bit backed up there. So we might need to Downstream plastics seem to be moving at a pretty good pace. It was spaced out. I wonder if there's a belt speed issue. That is a fully stuffed container. Mark II. Come down here, we use some to make this stuff. Okay, so where we're losing some is probably in this process. Mark II. Well, what's our theoretical production here? That's like Mark I. And then that's Mark II, but if it's Mark II upstream, we're not going to get any better than that. What's our production possibility here? Alright, these put at up to 20 per machine. One, two, three. Oh, I might not be maximizing this. It was never a bottleneck. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so each of those is 60, so 120 is actually about right. I could maybe upgrade things to try and clear backlog. So that's going to be moving it like exactly its rate, assuming we're fully syncing it. That's me 20, 20, 20. It's going to be 60. 60 and 60 is 120. 120. Alright, so 6 seconds is actually less than the 20. Yeah, 2 plastics. So we're producing in 2s. I guess it's just at equilibrium. There doesn't seem to be any limits that would produce this from producing the, or prevent us from producing the residue. Alright, how about the rubber? Ooh. You might actually be backed up. Yeah, you're not running. So you're backed up. Oh, this is the whole, like, catch-22 of you need coke to use rubber. And you have to make rubber to make coke. Well, we can also make plastic. But we were prioritizing the power plants. Into the production stuff. I guess now that it's hooked into the grid, then oh well, okay, so we're syncing the rubber. I guess we're not syncing it fast enough. That will be faster. It's still not Mark III speed. Okay, and we're starting to get some coke in here. To use up. Well, okay, some. And once that starts flowing, we'll just stop throwing stuff into there. There's another batch. Okay, that's filling up. We are running you. I'm getting a little bit down to this one. We're getting any out there? Shh, none there. How is this working? Okay, so first overflow goes back to that stuff. And then the second overflow goes up to there. I wonder if I was just like going off like residual backup from before. So we might have to give some time to equalize again. Alright, so from here, we've got that tube. This is a really long one. Got a little bit of a junction point down there. I guess it's really just for this thing at this point. Well, I also can stop off here to pick some stuff up. Alright, so all this stuff is working. Oop. We're going really well down there. Okay. Did I? I think I need to do with that. I can see how heatsink production is going. Don't want to go through the bad gas. Okay, I see heat sinks on the belt. Although not really backed up. Right, because now we're out of all-clad. Which is the problem I was trying to fix back there. So I'm going to have to give that system a little time to work. See if we end up with a surplus if I have to poke things some more. Let's see, other things. I kind of want to try messing with the other oil spots, maybe see if I can get some turbo fuel going. And then of course there's all the nuclear stuff. I'm just feeling out of it today. So I think I might have to just call it early, have a more casual dinner. I'm still just kind of feeling a little foggy-headed. I'm like sleeping weird. So, as much as I've been looking forward to getting and playing some games, I also think I just need to take it easy. So thanks for watching. Thanks to Laugh for bringing friends. Especially hate to leave when I got people here, but just not feeling like I'm not feeling good or feeling like I'm necessarily making a good show either. Let's see. I think I saw something. Yeah, so by much as I like to support small people, I'm honestly going to be going to see what the Astroneer stuff is doing. I just saw their dev stream start up. So, if it's someplace cool to hang out, that's someplace cool to hang out. They got a even more automation stuff coming. Thanks for hanging out with me. Good night, and until next time.